Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy LeTroy. We are back again for another episode of the Late Night View. I know that it's been a few days, but as I said, this is kind of like the pilot season where I'm figuring things out. So today, I'm trying a new mic. Before I had like a desk, and then I changed this and tried a new setup. So now we're trying a new mic. We're just trying to figure things out over here. Again, the Late Night View is a show that I came up with and created for people that are insomniacs like I am, also people that work at night. I've had a lot of friends that have had babies lately, so they're up in the middle of the night. And it's just something to provide commentary late at night, hence the late night view, for people that don't want to wait till the morning or can't wait till the morning or just like to hear stuff in the middle of the night. So here we are for the late night view. Again, figuring things out. It's the pilot season, so bear with me. The hope and the dream of the slave is that one day this becomes like, I'm on NBC or whatever. I got my handy dandy cue cards to keep me on topic. I try to keep the show under 30 minutes because who wants to hear people talk for over 30 minutes just rambling? So let's just jump into it. First, this past weekend was Summer Jam in New York. Hot 97% presents Summer Jam. Method Man and Redman performed at Summer Jam, and Method Man said today that he won't be back at Summer Jam because that's not his crowd anymore. And so I didn't really know what that meant, so I decided to do some research and see who else performed at Summer Jam this year. So I went and looked up the Summer Jam. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just funny to me when I think about it. I looked up the Summer Jam flyer to see who else was on it, and I saw that Summer Jam, Hot 97 Summer Jam 2024 was headlined by Doja Cat and Sexy Red. Method Man and Redman should never be on the same bill as Doja Cat and Sexy Red. I don't know why they thought that Method Man and Sexy Red and Redman would have the same type of audience. So then I'm like, well, maybe that's why Method Man feels like it wasn't his audience anymore. So, continuing my research, I was like, well, let me see in the lineup where Method Man is. So I'm looking, and then I see Mr. C tribute, and I see Method Man, Redman, Eric B, and Rakim. And that's where I stopped reading. There's never a world where I think that Eric B and Rakim and Method Man and Redman should be doing a Mr. C tribute opening up for Sexy Red and Doja Cat in the tri-state area. Method Man, I feel you. I wouldn't go back to Summer Jam either. Opening up for Little Miss Sexy walking down the street for a Mr. C tribute in the tri-state area. First of all, that whole show with them having a Mr. C tribute should have been very New York City. It should have been very New York City, very hardcore. And I get it. People are like, oh, Sexy Red and Doja Cat sell tickets. I understand that, but at the end of the day, so do old people. SWV going on tour with Candy and them, Sierra, Missy Elliott, and Busta Rhymes going on tour together. There's a way to package things for it to sell. And there's just no way that a Mr. C tribute with Method Man, Redman, R&B, and Rakim, it was other people too. But those are the ones that struck me. And I'm like, man, no wonder Method Man said he's not going back. It's New York City with a Mr. C tribute, and you have them opening up for Get It Sexy. I feel like I'm gonna give away one of my ideas. I hit the mic, excuse me, y'all. I'm not used to this yet. I'm gonna give away one of my ideas. You in New York, you having a Mr. C tribute, it should be very New York City. Everybody from there should be part of the show. Where was 50 Cent? Where was Busta Rhymes? We actually saw Busta. Busta Rhymes was on the beach with some jeans on, so we know where Busta was. But I would have done something like, so 2024 made 30 years since Nas's Illmatic album came out. Why wouldn't you have a 30-year celebration of Nas's Illmatic album, have Nas headline, and then it makes sense to have a Mr. C tribute? Y'all had Method Man and Redman and the Mr. C tribute, and it was still light outside, which means Method Man and Redman went on at 7:45. for the Mr. C trip. I don't know. That sound in the tri-state area. That just sounds nuts to me. Hot 97, y'all know y'all wrong for that. And Method Man, I overstand why you said you're not going back to Summer Jam. I'm not going back to Summer Jam, but they make me open up for Little Miss Sexy walking down the street anyway. Nothing wrong with Sexy Red. I think she is fun. I like the beat. I'm never opening up for Sexy Red if I'm doing a Mr. C tribute and I'm Method Man or Redman or Eric B and Rakim. Not happening. Or Doja Cat, but it's the Sexy Red that wore me off. If y'all go look at the flyer, Doja Cat and Sexy Red are billed the same. Crazy. Nuts. Over the weekend was popping. Over the weekend, Cardi B and Bia went at it. Cardi B went online on Instagram Live, and she was on there for a long periodically time, as a lady waiting for the bus said. She was on there. She was talking about how Bia stole her style. How Bia said that Cardi stole her style and was trying to be like her, all this, ranting and raving. I didn't know what Bia looked like until Cardi said that. I know Bia has 1.5 songs. I like those 1.5 songs. But when Cardi was talking about her, I went over to Bia page. They do kind of look alike. But here's my thing, and this is what I keep telling these people. Stop bringing attention to these girls that would not get attention unless you attain them. I would have never been on Bia page had Cardi B not went on a rant about Bia. And I wanted to know what happened, so I went over to Bia page, and Bia dropped the diss record. Bia had dropped a diss record about Cardi B. Let me tell y'all something. That Bia is a nasty lady. Because why would she tell Cardi B she tried to get attention? She tried to catch attention because she couldn't catch the beat. Yeah, to get attention because you couldn't get the beat. That's a nasty thing to say to somebody. No, I'm sorry. She said you had to catch an attitude because you couldn't catch the beat. That's even worse. That went from worse to worse. Bia told Cardi that she had to catch an attitude because she couldn't catch the beat. But Cardi said she's suing Bia. Cardi said she is suing Bia because Bia lied on Cardi's coochie. Cardi's coochie, that's kind of amazing. Cardi, if you take that, I need a coin. Cardi said that Bia lied on her coochie, and people were like, well, that's not hip hop. Why are you suing her? Get in the booth. I don't think anybody thinks that Cardi B is a hip hop pioneer. I think people confuse rap with hip hop, and those are two different things. Hip hop is a lifestyle. Rap is a action. You know what I'm saying? Like Mary J. Blige is hip hop, and she don't rap. Cardi, I don't think that Cardi is, and we know Cardi like to send the people after people. She allegedly sent them girls over there to the strip club to beat them other girls up. So we know Cardi likes to call people on people. So I don't understand why people don't think, and Cardi sued Tasha K. Cardi is like me, I like the court. When you pay your taxes and the courts are at your disposal, you use them. So again, they were saying that Cardi's not hip hop because she's taking Bia to court. Okay. I'm not letting nobody lie on me on the internet neither. And y'all know that. So it was just very interesting to me that people thought that Cardi should be upholding the standard of hip hop when that's not it. This is rap. This was a rap beef. This won't hip hop. Just like with Kendrick and Drake. I mean, that was hip hop. A little bit, but I don't know if Drake is hip hop. So does that make that a hip hop beef? If Drake is not hip hop, but Kendrick, what makes somebody hip hop? It's the lifestyle, right? I don't know if Kendrick lives a hip hop lifestyle. I don't know. But Cardi, stop letting these girls get your attention. And also stop getting on these levels with these girls. I keep telling you, back in the day in rap, you had to be on a certain level to come at somebody. Now, I'm not saying that Cardi B is the Mariah Carey of music or rap right now, but I don't think that she should be beefing with Bia. Beefing with Bia is out of this world. I don't, because I don't really know Bia like that. Cardi has made a name for herself. Cardi has made a name for herself in music. I can't say that. But I don't think Bia is on a level where she should be coming at Cardi B. And I don't think that Cardi B should be responding to Bia. Because like I said, I would have never been on Bia's page. I don't follow Bia, but when I went over there and I saw that she was dragging you, I was invested. Now I follow Bia. You don't got Bia another follower because you have responded to her. Y'all got to stop responding to these people, giving these people attention. That's how I feel about that. Next. Oh, Eminem, Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Eminem released a record. I didn't know that Eminem was still making music. I didn't. I thought he was like in Wisconsin somewhere on a ranch where his daughter just went to prom. He went over there. Who got a star? Somebody got a star on the Walk of Fame. He had on a hoodie like he didn't want to be there. I didn't know Eminem was making music still, but apparently somebody let him into the studio, and there was a line in his song that says, "If I was to ask for Megan Thee Stallion if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at her feet?" Everybody know that lady got shot in her foot. And his fans trying to say that one about her, that one a disc. If I was to ask Megan Thee Stallion if she would collab with me, would I have a shot at her feet? Mm. Now, we do know that Eminem has a history of going at people. He does not care. He used to drag Britney Spears. He used to drag Christina Aguilera. He dragged Mariah Carey. So why do we think that he wasn't dragging Megan? But also, I saw people in the comments saying, well, he shouldn't be dragging a black woman. What they got to do? He dragged everybody. Eminem drags his mother. He dragged Kim, his baby mother. B-A-B-Y. So why do we think that Eminem would, like, who? Nobody counts on Eminem to be the protector of women. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that is the thing, you know? I don't think it's a race thing. I don't think he was trying to come at a black woman. But they said he wasn't coming at her. But he said if I was to ask Megan Thee Stallion if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at her feet? That's kind of crazy. That's out of this world. Have a shot at the feet is crazy. Um, I do want to say this. This past weekend, I was in LA. It was Gay Pride in LA. I'm gay, if y'all didn't know. And the weekend before that was Memorial Day. And I was in DC for Memorial Day. And I did not hear not one Kendrick Lamar song in the club. I didn't hear one. They acting like he is the king of rap. They acting like he won the battle. I didn't hear not one song in DC Memorial Day weekend or at Gay Pride in LA. I heard about 85 Drake songs. They played 102 Drake songs. I didn't even know Drake had as many songs as they played. I say that to say Drake won the battle before it started. Kendrick Lamar had not been this universally talked about probably since he performed Freedom with Beyonce at the BET Awards. It's kind of like what I just said about Cardi and Bia. I don't know why Drake brought mainstream attention to Kendrick. I know y'all are going to say, oh, Kendrick went on tour, Kendrick did that. That's fine. I think he's fine. I like to be humble. Was great. He was not on Drake's level. But when Drake responded, that made me go listen to a Kendrick Lamar song. That I would have never pressed play on Kendrick Lamar. This is a Drake household. But because Drake responded to Kendrick, I wanted to go get into the mess. I wanted to see what was going on. So that's what I did. I went to go see what was going on, just like with Cardi and Bia. I went on over to Kendrick page. I went and streamed it. I still don't think the Just Like Us record is as great as everybody's making it seem. That's why nobody plays it like at real places. It's always like when people play it and I see it online, it's not places that I would go. But Drake, again, just like Cardi, brought attention to somebody that a lot of people in a certain sector would not be paying attention to. And I just think, again, stop getting off your throne. Nicki used to do that. But I think ever since Nicki went back to work, went on tour, she got that F the Club Up record is amazing. They play that everywhere. And the Everybody record is doing well. I think since Nicki went back to work, she ain't beefing with nobody but them police in Amsterdam. Can y'all believe that they said I still can't believe that Nicki Minaj was live streaming her arrest. But the funniest thing, well, it's not funny, but the craziest thing about Nicki Minaj getting arrested was when they closed that jail cell on her, she ended the live because she said, "Oh, baby, this got real." And Amsterdam police released a statement calling her annoying or something like that. Like, Nicki, stop playing with them people. Nicki, leave them people alone. Um, Interview came out either today or yesterday of Carisha Please talking about the status of the City Girls, which I thought was very interesting. I feel like she said a lot of stuff that we knew, but she gave some insight. She was talking about how the City Girls album came out and it didn't do that well. And she was saying that it did not do that well because her and JT were not really on the same page. She feels like Carisha feels like she does her own thing very well, and she feels like JT does her own thing very well, and that the City Girls just were not for the city anymore. JT is on the West Coast, Carisha is in Miami, and I think a big issue, or maybe a big thing, was the fact that when JT was in jail, Carisha carried the City Girls. I mean, Carisha was out there performing by herself. She was releasing records. She was shooting videos. City Girl, all this is City Girl stuff. This is not Carisha Please Young Miami stuff. This is City Girl stuff, keeping the City Girls alive. Well, I think JT was in jail for 2 years. And then JT get out of jail. And it's hard when you're so used to being the boss that paid the cost, and then somebody else come out and try to tell you how to do the job you've been doing by yourself. And Carisha did a really good job at keeping the City Girls name alive and relevant. And Carisha want to be the Black Oprah anyway. I still don't know what that means because ain't Oprah black? But that's what Carisha Please said. That just made me wonder why groups can't stay together. What is it about groups that they can't stay together? Because when you think about it, people work with people all the time they don't like. If you work at an office building, if you work at a restaurant, if you work at a fast food place, you work at a store, you have to work with people that you don't like. And you don't quit because you don't like somebody, unless it's really, really bad. So I just wonder what it is about groups where they don't just stick it out, especially if you're making money. But I guess at a point, you do have to put your happiness first. So maybe that's what Carisha Please and JT did. I don't see either one of them being, maybe Carisha, because Carisha, I don't, musically, no, because JT is absolutely the better rapper. But I think musically, or actually name wise, Carisha might do pretty well because she started planting those seeds early on to kind of solidify Carisha Please outside of the City Girls. But I thought that was interesting that she was open and honest about. She was like, the album didn't do well because we couldn't really promote it because we weren't seeing eye to eye. So great. I ran through that really fast. We are at 20 minutes. I said 30, but okay. Last but not least, I have some advice for Normani. Normani just released a single, I think last Friday, called Candy Paint. And everybody had been telling her, she did a snippet of it a while ago, and everybody had been telling her, like, oh my God, you got to release it. Oh my God, it's so great. Da, 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 this and the third. And the record went nowhere. I don't even think it's bubbling under. I don't even think it's bubbling. I have not heard anybody talk about Normani or this single since it came out. And so I have some advice to Normani. Work your album backwards, sis. Your album supposed to come out this month. Stop releasing music. Stop releasing videos until your album comes out. And then once your album comes out, let the fans decide what they want from you. I think your disconnect is that nobody knows what to expect from you. They don't know what to want from you. They don't know you. And so you just keep throwing, you're on your 15th first single, your 16th debut single. You just have to wait till the record comes out and just do it real old school and work it backwards. Continuing to throw out these singles and these songs that don't do well isn't really a good use of your time. I just feel that Normani, if you're going to do this, you have to work like a new artist. You cannot work like you're still in Fifth Harmony. You can't expect. I remember a few years ago, you felt like you should have performed at the VMAs, and I guess they let you perform, but it's still just like, for what? You did that other single on Jimmy Kimmel, and I've never heard of it again. And you have to go to work, sweetheart. If this is what you want, you have to show up at the job. You have to clock in. I don't feel like you've clocked in yet. And I hope that when this album comes out, that is when you clock in. That is when you start popping up doing surprise performances. That's when you start going to radio. That's when you start popping up at schools. That's when you really start like working. I don't feel like you work. I don't. I feel like you put music out or put songs out and videos and then you go long gone missing. The only way this is going to work for you is once this album comes out, you hit the ground running, you listen to what the fans and the majority want and not what you think or what your fans think. Here's the thing about fans. You have to, every time you release something or every time you do something, you have to go out there trying to figure out how to garner new fans. Your old fans are going to be there. But what are you doing to get new eyes and new ears and new attention on you? You can't keep doing the same thing that your fans liked, or you're going to keep the same three fans. So listen to the people that are not your fans. Listen to the people that don't like you or that tweet bad things about you and what they would want from you. Listen to those people. Those are the people that you have to win over. Not like your fans are going to come to your shows, but what is going to make that person that's not into you say, you know what, Normani's coming? And this is not just for Normani, this is for artists in general. What's going to make me go see them when they're in town? Y'all be in the comments fighting with the unfans, not listening to what they're saying and what the majority wants. You have to give the majority what they want. Just saying. And so, oh, made it to 24 minutes. Look at God. So that was it. I think I ran through that pretty fast. I try to keep it at 6 topics. Maybe I'll add more for tomorrow. But I don't have my memory box with me. Okay. Well, this was another edition of the Late Night View. Thank y'all for joining me. I will see y'all again, and peace out.